Getting his first career pole is Freddie Munoz, but it's not going to get it without incident. John Arndt's going to cut a tire on the start, get into the 0-2. Arndt would go down pit road. Munoz going to have to hope that there isn't a tire rub on that machine. So Arndt is going to work his way down pit road. Munoz out front, rookie this season, first career pole as we mentioned. Great job for him late in the season as he hasn't really had a stellar season so far. It's been mostly under the radar. But out front, Mitchell Carter will inherit the outside line. Green flag is in hand, and we're racing here at Grand Detour. Green flag is in the air. Munoz in car number 02 is going to look down to the inside line. This is a very interesting racetrack. High banked, wide, short track should be very interesting to these drivers. Could result in some interesting racing. Munoz is going to drift high, but so will McGovern in the 42. Munoz, great job on the start. He's going to gain a huge lead on the rest of the pack. Munoz looks to try and get his first career HARC Pro Series victory. He'll lead him down the back straightaway. We had our first caution very early on, though. Lap number 2. 4 wide racing, not going to work. Cortez gets into Gambit. Gambit gets into Fitzwater, and then Gambit gets into Cortez again. 2-car spin on the back straightaway, not too much damage. Cortez would drive off in the 62, but the 59 of Fitzwater would stall out on the inside. They would have to wait a bit before they can get fired back up. Would lose a lap in that ordeal. Here's what happened. Yeah, Cortez just nowhere to go, gets into the 5. Racing incident is what they're calling it. And Cortez is going to have to try and work his way back up through the field. Freddie Munoz in the 0-2 would lead them on the restart, but before we get there, Wes Jones in the 404 is going to have a problem. Looks like yet another tire down for the second place starter. So Jones is going to have to dive down to the bottom. Unfortunately, did not catch this before he passed the pit road entrance. He has to make an entire lap around with a cut tire. Munoz would lead him to the restart and gain a decent-sized lead over Mitchell Carter. So Munoz showing he's got the power today. Whatever they did to that car, they've got something worked out. Maybe it's just the track that he specializes in. Car 74 is Brian Fox. He's a Illinois native. Only Illinois native in this particular field. There's a couple drivers that live in adjacent states. But having a good run so far. 8th place for Fox, and the 57 almost got up into him. Fox got his first career victory this year at Cabo San Luca. Remember when I mentioned 4 wide doesn't work? Finguy gets shoved 4 wide, makes contact with Lessenen. Piet gets involved as well, and be careful. Oh! Finguy's alright, but there's a big crash on the main racetrack. It looks like Lessenen gets up into a couple of cars. Let's get another angle. This is focused on the 666. Yep, just get bunched, and that's also near Gambit, so Gambit's having a hard time running 4 wide. Oh, right in front of Ike Durbin, and Damir Bazanov is going to make heavy contact. Tony Tavalar is involved as well, as usual. But that is an absolute heartbreaker for the 13, who was a championship threat a little bit earlier in the year. He's going to get taken out. Ike Durbin just can't catch a break this year. And hard contact for them. Luckily, everyone's going to walk away from that. But that was some heavy contact. But that wasn't all. So Bazanov is going to be stopped on the racetrack. Wes Jones, who had just gotten the tire fix, is going to run into this. Does not see the number 13 is going to run right into the back of him. A lot of smoke out on the racetrack, and that would end the 404's day. The 13 was out, so was the 86. Everyone else, though, would be able to continue. So, fortunately for them. Munoz, once again, leads them on the restart. McGovern gets a better start this time. James Shelley in the 12 is there as well. Shelley's usually good wherever we go, but not going to be able to make that pass to the inside of the 42. It's going to allow Munoz to stay up front, trying to pull out a little bit of a lead over second place of McGovern. Oh, here comes McGovern, though, looking to the inside line, trying to get by in turns number 3 and 4. Dives low, not going to be able to do it. Tries a dirt tracking maneuver, doesn't quite have the clearance. Shelley, though, is going to draft by the 42, and is going to look to the inside of the 02. Looks like a cleaner pass for Shelley. He has a nose ahead of him. Will McGovern go with him and push him to the corner? Looks like he will. Shelley's going to go to the race lead. And car number 12 slides up a bit, try and block the 02. Munoz got to run to the outside line, but Shelley is going to cut off his momentum. Shelley to the lead, but McGovern would be back with a challenge a little bit afterward. Slides up in front of him. McGovern loving these dirt track maneuvers. Just sliding in front of the 12, the old slide job. But car number 42 would eventually get by in the next corner. Good lunge into 1 and 2. Now I'm going to get by. A little bit of contact back there between Tsang and Flintstone. But they were able to hang on to it. But this would actually bring out the... Ooh, would it though? No, it was a save. Casey Lester nearly gets into the pit wall. A scary ride for him, but no caution on this one, though. Some people feel it should have been it. It just didn't happen. James Shelley's going to dive down below the 42 once again. The 12, the 42, the 02 have been the 3 up front. Here comes Brian Fox in the 74, trying to impress in front of the home crowd. Going to dive it down into 3rd place. He's following the number 12 to help him stay ahead of the 42 of McGovern. What will they be able to do in the corner? Shelley's going to clear him, but Fox is going to give him enough speed that he washes up the racetrack. Fox unable to capitalize, though. He's actually going to lose second again to the 42. Shelley hanging on to it, trying to make things happen. As here comes the 42 once again, down to the inside, in turns 3 and 4. 74 tries to split the middle, unable to do it. The 12 runs up the top of the racetrack. Now the 74 arcs to the bottom, 3 wide for the race lead, and James Shelley's going to edge him out to the line. What a battle up front. This is some exciting racing out here. But we had an issue on the back straightaway. Chris Dodd and the 88 is going to get turned by John Gambit. It's been quite a day with John Gambit. He's been around a lot of issues. He's known him in the bad luck. But Chris Dodd's going to get started. I don't know what happened there. Just slid the tires, I guess, and got into the pit wall. That would take him out of the race, and this is just going to end off a bad season for Dodd after it started off so well. Shelley's going to lead him to the restart. Lesson in the lap car is going to start between them, and 3 wide for 2nd place. Who's going to get it done? Lesson's going to drop back through the field. McGovern edging out on the outside line, but Fox has got that inside line. Munoz running the middle. He gets a little loose. McGovern's going to get it on the corner, I believe. Can he edge out ahead? Yes, he will. He's able to get by on the outside using that momentum. Eventually, the 42 would catch race leader James Shelley with a little bit of help from Freddie Munoz. McGovern trying to chase that victory. He's come close a couple of times. Did very well at Phoenix. And look at him. He's an animal out there. McGovern just driving his heart out. He wants to win this one bad. Shelley trying to get the lead. He's going to get it. Fox is still up there. These 4 have been the battle all race long. Getting shades of Devil's Bowl from last week. Caution number 4 would come out on lap 47. And this would change things. McIntyre is going to get into the wall. Gets turned by Brock, and this is going to cause a huge stack up on the front straightaway as this blocks the racetrack. Tons of cars involved. A lot of cars slowed down. And a lot of cars trying to figure out where they slot in since the caution came out. As they were coming to the line, some of them, it registered them racing to the line. But here is that contact, and ooh, man, this is just an absolute stack up. Oh, Tavares with a hit from Lehtinen. Jeffrey Finguy got some damage out of that. That was pretty heavy. Here's another view of the 92. As he's going to get sent around. This would definitely stack up the field here as they were all running 4 wide. They're trying to work out their positions on a racetrack. Oh, the race leader! 2nd place involved! James Shelley totaled in car number 12. What happened there? They both ran into this wreck. So they were racing to the line, Shelley and McGovern. Fox slows down, but Shelley and McGovern do not, and they just run into the back of the 04. Man, what a mistake for the 12 and the 42. They just got too caught up in the competition. I'm not sure how the officials are going to look at that. This was absolute bedlam. The field was in complete disarray under this caution, and that would result in some other shenanigans, as Jeffery Finguy is going to run back into Brian Fox, who had just inherited the race lead. Finguy not too happy over the radio. We'll get a word from him, but Fox would have to pit. Let's just look at this again.
Ah! Son of a... Come on, you're the damn leader. You're not supposed to come up on another guy and hit the damn brakes. What the is wrong with you? This is just bullshit. Come on, Fox. You know better than that. You know what? I'm gonna meet him after the race if he even wins this shit. What the is wrong with him?
Here's on board with the number 92. We heard Finguy's complaint, and yes, the 42 does come up, but I think he was coming up to let the 92 by in the inside line. 92 dove high. Maybe that was a communication error. We'll have to see what the officials think about that, because I'm not sure if it's the responsibility of the lap car to get around them safely, or for the 74 moving up. But after a crazy caution flag period at the halfway point of this race, none other than Fred Flintstone's going to end up leading in car number F1. Normally don't see him in the lead. Usually you see him starting last and then working his way up to the front. But Fred Flintstone's got a good opportunity now in the F1 as the dynamic of this race has completely changed. Flintstone in the lead, Harvey in second. Michael Harvey had a good run last week, and he's trying to score some points to maybe put himself back into the championship hunt. And we had a caution immediately on this restart. Nicholas Guerra is going to turn Chester Harvey. He's going to hit the wall hard, and that's going to collect Lucas Knight and Tony Tavares. Heavy contact for all three drivers, and all three of them would go out of the race. Knight was completely... I believe the 57 actually stayed in. We'll have to see that, but... heavy contact for the 57. And this 666, close call there. Maybe got a little bit of damage off that, but that was some heavy contact. We'll have to, we're going to get an onboard with the 666, see what he saw in this. And, yikes. Very close call. Slows it down before he hits the 69. Left in his car must have a lucky rabbit's foot inside there, because the fact that he's still in this race is absolutely astounding. Fred Flintstone will get the lead. Good restart for him. The 72 of Harvey is going to try and follow him. Doesn't get the good restart, but he does get a good 1 and 2, and he starts to catch the number F1. A couple of lap cars of this. Caitlin Tsang, she ended up off the lead lap after that bedlam. She's trying to get back on the lead lap to preserve her championship hunt. As Flintstone running to the high side. Harvey looking low, potentially pass for the lead here. Tsang's going to stay with the F1, but then skirt to the inside. That's going to allow Harvey to steal the race lead away. Second race in a row where he's led laps as he's going to get out front. There's Munoz. He's still in this. He didn't have any issues back there. Close call here. Williams and Nozomi get together, but they save it. Good job for them to prevent that. Williams backed out just in time. Nozomi, excellent car control in the 20. They will lose a couple of spots, but there's still time for them to catch them. Car number 14, Aiden Shepard, is having a good day. He's running in 4th place. And how about AJ Green a little bit behind him in that green and blue 55? He's running 6th. Good days for drivers who have struggled to get into the top 10. Now, granted, Shepard has a little bit of damage there from that incident, but he is actually moving his way up to the front. He's got some good equipment today. So he's going to try and pass Flintstone on the inside. There's Munoz ahead of them. Green up there, too. Both of them looking for a chance to get their second top 10s of the year. Shepard had a good run last week at Devil's Bowl, maybe late season. He's having a bit of a push. Ooh, almost gets in the Tsang, but he's going to be all right. 3 wide battle for the lead as Harvey is going to lose it to Munoz. Shepard looking to the inside line. Not going to be able to stick it in the corner. There comes Green, who's up to the 4th place position as Flintstone gets edged out of it. Tsang trying to hang on to that lead lap spot. She's praying for a caution. Harvey's going to try and make the crossover move on the 02. Not going to do it. The 02 moves down to the inside. Locks his momentum. Tsang, competitive with these leaders, but just not on the same lap as them. More lap traffic coming up in the form of the 666 of Lessinen. We saw him briefly there. Tsang is going to get passed by the leaders, and here is Lessinen as they're going to dive past him, going into 3 and 4. Harvey looks to the inside line. Munoz gets a little bit loose. Shepard's going to get by as well. He's going to try and make it 3 wide going into the corner. Not going to work. He's going to end up sliding into 3rd place. Munoz is going to lose the lead to Harvey once again. 02 trying to make a crossover move. Can he get it done? Looking to the inside line. Gets a nose in. A little bit of contact. Can he maybe get into turns 1 and 2? A little bit better than the 72. Yes, he can. He's going to slot ahead of them. Excellent battle for the race lead. These guys are just trading it back and forth. Again, 2nd week in a row we've had this kind of racing, and it's amazing for the fans. John Arndt, car number 05. He's been working his way up through the field. He's back in the top 20 after his tire issue early on, but he's going to get into the wall. Hopefully he doesn't have a Matt McIntyre situation, but he's going to save it. No issues on track. He will lose some spots, though, so still struggling with that number 05, but at least he's still in the race, trying to get as good of a finish as he can. Mitchell Carter, car number 80, would cause the 6th caution of the race. This is on lap number 79. He gets turned by Esteves Cortez. And Cortez with a good save, but Carter's going to get into the inside wall. they would go down pit road and repair some damage, but he would stay on the lead lap and back in the race. Munoz in the 02, the leader on this restart. Getting late into this event, lap 85 out of 100. So just about 15 laps to go after this lap. Shepard is right there in second place, though, as he's trying to make a move to the inside line. Not going to make it work. What a performance for Aiden Shepard, though, especially considering how damaged that race car is. I'm surprised he's even up here, let alone battling for the lead. Shepard trying to get by as well as he can. Tsang still trying to catch a caution while she's ahead of the race leaders, but she'll have to linger behind him for a little bit. Munoz hanging on to it, as Shepard just can't make the pass happen. AJ Green in the 55, he's going to get into the wall, and that might hurt his top 10 effort today. He's going to lose a lot of ground as a lot of drivers pass him underneath. There's Matt McIntyre still in the race in the 58. That big rack didn't affect him as badly as it did some others. But Green trying to hang on to the outside. A little bit of damage to the hood there. Hopefully that won't cause any problems. We've seen him have so much bad luck in this series. I wouldn't be surprised if that caused something. But he will actually get by them in the corner. Only he could somehow manage to hit the wall and pass some drivers. Battle for the lead as Aiden Shepard looks to the inside line of the 02. This is late in the race. We're getting close to about 5 or 6 to go. Shepard is going to finally make the maneuver, and he's going to take the race lead. Can he hang on to it? Caution is out. With only 6 laps to go, we may not be able to get this back green flag. We might have to go to a green-white checkered. He wins the race to the line. This could be big for this race. Let's see exactly what that caution was. So Max Anderson in the 43 got his first DNF last week. John Arndt's going to get loose. He's going to run to the back of him, end up into the wall. Does not collect anyone else, but that was a compromised position for the 43. They threw the caution for him. And we're getting a report. We're going to go to a green-white checkered. So here's how a green-white checkered works. All of the lead lap cars are allowed to partake in this. So Caitlin Tsang and back are not in this top 26. They're going to run 2 laps, no cautions. Winner takes all. Aiden Shepard's got a great spot inside of row 1. Munoz, he has to get a good restart here if he wants to be able to overcome that outside lane. Green flag is in the air, 2 laps to go. Shepard is going to get a good run to the inside line. How about Tommy Turbo? Haven't talked about him all day, and he finds himself in second place now. Munoz is going to get swamped by some of those drivers on the inside line. Brandon Krasta, a maneuver to the inside for second place. Slides up, not going to get it done. Contact in the back, and John Gambitt's around. Aiden Shepard, 1 lap to go. We'll take a look at this wreck. AJ Green gets into Blake Camphausen. Gambit just a victim there, and oh, Brian Fox, heavy contact. Piet gets into the wall. This is going to stack up these drivers on the front straightaway. Can they get this sorted out before the leaders get back around? A lot of them get out of the way. But the 74 is still lingering there, along with a couple other drivers. Final lap, final corners. Tommy Turbo looking to the inside of the 14, not going to get it done. Coming out of the corner, Aiden Shepard is going to get his first career HARC victory. What a story. Car number 14 had some damage early on, got to fix it on the small break between the race and the green-white checkered. Impressive performance for Aiden Shepard. He didn't have a top 10 until basically last week, and now he is a winner. Second top 10 of the year. Great job for Aiden Shepard in car number 14. What a story, what a show, what an underdog performance for car number 14. Let's take a look at the top 10. Aiden Shepard is going to lead them. Tommy Turbo in second, followed by Brandon Krasta. Freddie Munoz is going to get a good run along with Grayson Acevedo in the 45. Then with Michael Harvey, Fred Flintstone, William Brock, Antivia Kingray, and AJ Green rounding out your top 10. Another fun fact, both Aiden Shepard and Grayson Acevedo were the hard chargers for this race. So congratulations to Shepard even more so. He really worked his way up through the field to win this one.